When building a new software project, doesn't matter if you're enterprise or a startup, start with one feature people would actually pay for. Let me explain. Right, whenever I talk with founders, they oftentimes try to build something that does everything, right? To meet all the requirements a customer could just dream of. And while this of course needs or should be the goal to some extent in order to appeal to a larger customer base, you need to start somewhere. And you shouldn't start by building a lot of things people kind of like, but instead you should do one thing that is valuable enough so that people would pay for, and do it so well enough that people really have some kind of a reason to go through the effort and inconvenience to actually use your platform. So when you start with one big pain point, and that of course involves a lot of talking and market research and testing and all that, then you know or have an idea of which direction or which pain point you want to solve. Then it's about how you solve that, and putting all your resources on how you solve that instead of solving a lot of different things gives you a lot of resources in order, or a lot of bandwidth to do it really, really well. And I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but pretty sure you are. There are a lot of really strong competitors, usually in almost every space you operate in, right? It's very rarely the case that there is really no competition. And if there isn't any, you most likely are in a market that isn't very attractive or doesn't even exist. So that's really something I would just urge you to think about. Start with one core feature, the so-called minimal happy path. What's the one user journey a user or customer goes through and actually gets their most urgent and biggest pain solved, right? And especially if you're a startup, starting with an urgent pain, even if it's maybe not the biggest one, but an urgent one, you want to solve it fast, might make it easier for you to go to market because you get people to buy into your solution faster. If it's a big pain point, but not urgent, you might have much longer sales cycles, and it might make it more difficult to validate your product, right? So I start with a big but very urgent pain point, and then iterate and grow